Hey guys, so anyway, this is my G&L CLF research. Anyway, it's got what they call the lawsuit headstock on it. This, because Fender company, when they were owned by CBS, got super picky, and threw a hissy fit that Leo Fender's new company had a headstock that was very similar to the Fender design. Actually, in fact, I can grab my little guitar squire jobber here. I need to restring it, but notice the headstocks look kind of similar. Super accented, not as accented, but this is actually what they refer to as the lawsuit headstock for CFL. Anyway, for G&L. So, some little changes on this bass that are really nifty. Number one, the neck is super thick, right? It reminds me a lot of the old baseball bat-like precisions. But, weirdly enough, it's width-wise is thin, which kind of reminds me a lot of my jazz bass. It's kind of like a weird hybrid there. The other weird part about this bass, and the creaking is actually my leather on my straps, if you guys can hear that. The other cool part about it is, it has these weird little pull pieces in it. Those actually have an Allen wrench. Instead of lifting and moving the pickup like you do inside of the Stingray basses, like you do inside of the jazz basses, like you do inside of the precision basses, etc., where you're angling the pickup. This one you actually change the individual pull piece heights to the strings to minimize dead spots and dead strings to balance out the sound. Volume knob, treble, bass, a slew of switches. So your obvious, flips, and this goes serial parallel. Anyway, and then you have passive mode, active, super active. And then I really like the fact that the input jack is in the front, because you can use one of these little right angles on your input cables, your quarter inches, and it just kind of keeps it in there. One of the coolest things that Leo discovered, and you can't really see it, but there's actually a little Allen wrench on the side of this bridge. One of his discoveries in his constant searching for cool instrument stuff is that the saddles themselves in your bridge would vibrate to bass strings. So he found out if you lock them down and keep them from vibrating as much, they won't lose as much energy, wasted energy. So the string will continue vibrating longer, aka sustain, which is how long it continues making sound. So just really cool little things that he figured out. Making it, let's see, this bass came out 1982, 83, somewhere in there, from what I was reading. So P basses were 50s, jazz basses were 60s, Stingrays were 70s, and then these guys were 80s. And another little design thing he did was smaller body to kind of make it a little bit more modern, so it didn't weigh as much as some of his previous designs. And that's the one cool thing about Leo, is that he was always innovating. He was constantly moving forward. Yeah, the P bass, everybody still loves it. It's a standard in music today. Jazz bass, everybody loves it. It's still a standard in music today. Stingrays, most people love it. I know I do. Some people don't, because it's got a very aggressive mid-range growl to it. It's like the P bass if you turn it up to 11. It's very awesome with active electronics. It's one of the first massive produced active basses that I know of. And then this was just another innovative design that he continued going with down the line. Anyway, that is why I am part of a big, massive Leo fan, and I tend to lean towards the Leo designs over the Gibson designs. Gibson, you make some pretty cool basses, but you have an issue with neck dive. Please quit giving bass players your guitars just bass form. That'd be really nice if you guys, would actually design a bass first and actually make it really nice. I may have missed it, but I know that the EB0 is about the only one that you guys really got it mostly right on the short scale, where it doesn't neck dive as bad. So yeah. Now the Explorer bass, you guys did great with that. Thunderbird's pretty good, but it still neck dives really bad. And then, let's see, your Les Paul basses neck dive really bad too. So anyway, I tend to be a little bit of a Fender fan, Leo Fender fan, that is. Anyway, you guys have a good one. A little bit about this beautiful bass. Got it off Sweetwater, by the way. Beautiful wood grain. And I guess I will chat with you guys later. Bye!